All right. This is episode number I don't care because I'm
Are
very
we
tired.
12?
You're like,
No,
11?
12 was 1,000
quit
years
crowding
ago.
me, son.
12 wasn't 1,000 years ago. What episode is it?
14.
14? Really?
Okay, so
I want
first
your fuzz.
is I Know I Am, But What Are You by Samantha Bee.
Why does this sound familiar?
She's got that show.
Isn't she the funny
Right,
one who
yes.
keeps, like, who I've seen memes of her around many times where she basically just, like, insults everybody.
A much-loved comedian and host of the riotous late-night show Full Frontal with Samantha Bee shares stories of her upbringing and the moves and missteps that got her to where she is today.
Huh.
Comedian, non-fiction, about their life.
Autobiography?
That's it. That's what that is. Off the page.
Oh, I certainly hope so.
Delilah finds true love with Oliver, a literal storybook prince. But what happens when his book decides to take him back?
Okay. For like half a second there, I was like, okay, so she fell in love with a non-existent character. That's cool. That's legit. But then book decides to take him back?
I'm like, oh, so he was actually real. I'm like, no, I want to read about the struggles of somebody who's in love with a fictional character.
Yeah,
and it
I
starts
would-
to stunt their actual relationship.
I would like to read about that, please. Don't make him real.
Except that's my life, so it would just be boring. I'd be like, oh, so this is just normal. All right. Zutphen Boulevard. Michael and Nunzio have been friends for 20 years,
It's a long
but
time.
after one steamy encounter, their
Ooh.
friendship changes forever.
That's kind of a hidden torso. I mean, there's a torso on the front, but
Two sexy, dirty-talking alphas wrestle their strong feelings for each other. ... Mouth-watering, says this quote. I'm 500% done with
What are the
all of
characters'
those
names?
words. Every single one of those words needs to be stricken from the dictionary right now.
alpha torsos.
Mechanica. Isn't that the new Pokemon game?
Yes.
This one's so pretty.
This one is pretty.
Yes, Mechanica. 16-year-old inventor Nicolette's stepsisters mockingly call her Mechanica. Can she design a better life for herself?
Is this a Cinderella
Wait a second.
story?
Yup.
Okay.
No. She's a tinkerer?
Yeah, she's an inventor.
So she's in fucking STEM.
Yup.
And I heard no mention of boys.
Yup.
I am intrigued.
I'm really excited, but
Yeah.
yeah, it even says Cinderella, but like real talk, when I was little and people asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, I always said I wanted to be an inventor. And people would go, what do you want to invent? And I would just stare at them and I'm like, everything. And of course I imagined myself as an old man with like crazy white hair and a lab coat. I don't know why I was a man.
Oh my god. Okay, so there is a boy involved because it is a Cinderella story, but listen to
Yeah.
this. Nicolette's awful stepsisters call her Mechanica to demean her, but the nickname fits. She learned to be an inventor at her mother's knee. Her mom is gone now, though, and the steps have pushed her, steps, capital S steps, have pushed her into a life of dreary servitude. When she discovers a secret workshop in the cellar of her 16th birthday, on her 16th birthday, and befriends Jules, a tiny magical metal horse, Nicolette starts to imagine a new life for herself. And the timing may be perfect. There's a technological exposition and a royal ball on the horizon. Determined to invent her own happily ever after, Mechanica seeks to wow the prince and eager entrepreneurs alike.
Cool.
I want to befriend a robo horse.
A magical metal horse? Yeah, me too.
Sounds awesome. That's so cool that she's just like, hey, there's going to be a thing and also an exposition. Like, literally, she's excited to go to the science fair.
Ooh, further
She's
down.
like,
it
oh my god,
says-
science fair! And then I
Further-
can make friends with the prince.
Next is Hysterical. This riveting tale blends fact and fiction to paint a vivid portrait of Anna Freud, the daughter of the world's most famous psychoanalyst. As she
Godspeed.
grows up under intense scrutiny, Anna secretly discovers her sexuality and blossoms into a force of her own.
Good, because I fucking hate Freud.
I know.
Like, I can't stand that guy.
This one's tagged LGBT.
I was gonna say, that's the only reason she'd discover her sexuality. And let's be completely real, are you surprised?
Nope.
I'm not surprised by that at all, considering her dad was fucking Freud. I'm eating my chicken angrily.
Marked. Paramedic Casey lives a double life. When she's not working alongside her handsome new partner Eli, she's ferrying the dead to the afterlife. But after her father is murdered, Casey focuses on avenging his death and finds that Eli has secrets as lethal as her own.
All right. Tell me more about this so I can be angry at it.
I kind of like it. I kind of like that she saves people by day and then is the Reaper by night.
Little disappointed by this sexy new partner, Eli. Unaware of Casey's other life, Eli finds himself as mesmerized by his fierce and beautiful partner as he is mistrustful of the influential fairy clan led by the Sharon, who happens to be Casey's father. Casey, in turn, can no longer deny her intense attraction to the mysterious ex-ranger with a haunted past. Ugh.
Well, goodbye. Getting wild.
Ooh, with an E.
When
novel
Sarah
of
Wilde
immortal
needs cash to fund her paranormal rescue mission, the enigmatic magician, capital M magician, offers her a lucrative job: break into the Vatican and steal the devil.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Starts out as an assignment, quickly becomes a race to save the world.
I like how it's a novel of immortal Vegas.
Yeah, there's another one called Wild Card, and then something about Born to be Wild or something. You get it, wild. Haha.
Oh, I guess it's actually based in Vegas, and that would be why.
Yeah.
Ew, gross. No matter how the cards play out, things are about to get wild.
Oh,
No,
why?
don't.
Go home.
You're grounded.
Black Cathedral.
That's not a house, Sarah. That's a church.
It's still stupid.
What a wonderful setup. That was beautiful. A plus us.
6 people are murdered in an old manor on a remote Scottish island. Their bodies are never found.
What?
Then how do
That's
you know
because
they
it's
were
in
murdered?
Scotland.
Robert Carter from Department 18, the special unit for supernatural crimes, takes the case. But this evil is unlike anything Robert's ever seen, and he might not get out alive.
Dun dun dun.
It's by the authors of Demon Eyes.
Did we have Demon Eyes?
I don't remember. We've had a lot of things.
I
with
probably
similar
don't care.
names.
Oh, Brian
Letters.
Keene has a quote on it. I like that guy. I'm not going to read the quote, though. Shiver her timbers.
Oh, Lord almighty.
Ew,
You know what?
Ew, I don't
That
even
looks
look
like
at
it's
it.
romance, and I kind of want to walk away, so I'm going to do that.
Goodbye.
Ew, I'm gonna like put my hand over it so I don't have to see it.
For years, Quinn has disguised herself as a man while sailing as a pirate on the notorious Malandroke. But when she's forced to choose between the 2 women she loves, Quinn will decide what matters more, honor or the truth. I mean, I do have a weakness for sexy lesbian pirates. Don't get me wrong. Also, what does that phrase mean? What are one's timbers? And why are they shivering?
I have no
Like,
idea.
is that a sex thing? Like,
don't-
are your timbers your thighs or something?
I
and they're
don't
just
know,
waking?
but that is a good question.
Yeah, I don't know. Target America. This national best. What the
I mean, I
fuck?
can answer your Shiver Me Timbers question. It's an exclamation in the form of a mock oath, usually attributed to the speech of pirates in works of fiction. It is employed as a literary device by authors to express shock, surprise, or annoyance. So it's not even a real phrase.
No, I know, and it's just a typical like pirate phrase
Well,
to
right.
say. I love how you're like, I can answer your question. I'm totally not reading this from somewhere.
It's Wikipedia.
The more you know.
America is under attack. Can an elite special ops unit reassemble in time to take the terrorists down?
Yes.
From a co-author of American Sniper.
Oh,
That movie everybody saw that one time.
there was a movie?
Yeah, there was a movie and everybody who likes guns saw it. Shakespeare.
Are you sure
Celebrate
this isn't Bill Bryson by Shakespeare?
I'm pretty sure Shakespeare, that's not one of his plays. It might be one of his lesser known works.
I can't tell with as big as this font is.
Celebrate Shakespeare's birthday month with this witty guide to the Bard of Avon, filled with insight and charm. This lovely exploration of 16th century England and the playwright's life is sure to delight.
All right, Bill Bryson.
So, yeah, I guess it's a biography humor hybrid.
Humorography?
Condominium. The story of Golden Sands, a gleaming Sunbelt community built on intrigue, corruption, secrets, and lies. Sunbelt?
What is... The Sunbelt is a thing. Is that the equator? Why do I not know this?
I'm looking at this and thinking Florida TV.
Yeah, it's a region of the U.S. Oh, it's the whole southern section of the U.S. like from Southern California all the way down through like South Carolina. So if you draw a line across the U.S.,
Oh,
not
yeah.
including Arkansas and Oklahoma because they aren't included in this because I guess nobody likes them, that's the Sun
Right.
Belt,
I wondered if that's what that was, but I'm like, why do we have so many belts?
right?
America is too
Keep
chubby.
our
We can't
pants
wear
up.
belts.
No, we just have useless belts.
So we're like a
We're
Final
like
Fantasy character.
we're like a 2000s emo kid.
Too many belts.
That's what happens when you Google too many belts.
I clicked on it and it was told me it was forbidden, and I was like, all right.
It is. It is forbidden.
I can't
it's
look
forbidden
at it.
like the
It's
West
forbidden.
Wing. Isn't Edward Scissorhands' entire outfit just made of belts?
All right.
I know. Let me look. I'm looking up Edward Scissorhands because I want to know if he's nothing but belts.
I'm moving on.
No, belts. I found out he's pretty much nothing but belts.
He is entirely belts.
Told you.
Wait, no, I told you.
Oh, hey.
Next is Pope Joan, which I actually bought for money. I didn't read it yet because I read the first page and it made me upset. So I put it away for a time that I was less upset, and then I realized I am never not upset.
This is so true.
A riveting international bestseller about a woman who disguises herself as a man and reigns as Pope for years. When her brother dies in a Viking attack, Joan takes his place at a monastery and embarks on a life full of intrigue, deception, and passion. Yeah, no. The first page had to do with her birth, and I'm like, okay, when do I get to the part where she subverts the patriarchy? Till death. Private Eye Sam Rockwell specializes in serving the spirits of the recently deceased. When his murdered father becomes his latest client, Sam plunges into a treacherous maze of Cold War intrigue in this hilarious mystery.
Is Sam like 40 years old, or 40 years older than I expect him to be, so like 80?
I don't know, but I feel like I should have read that in my cozy voice. Sing it to her bones. Hannah Ives is looking for relaxation when she arrives to town. Arrives to town? Didn't she arrive in town? How do you arrive to? Weird. But she's pulled into a murder investigation after discovering the body of a girl who disappeared 8 years earlier.
Gross.
Snowfall on Mars. A thought-provoking space adventure set on the Red Planet. When an old flame asks him for help, David is suckered into a murder mystery, only to uncover a conspiracy that could annihilate his beleaguered Martian colony.
Huh.
How is it snowing there?
I don't know.
I feel like they don't have enough atmosphere
I don't think they do
to
because I don't think they
support
have,
precipitation.
right, that.
After midnight. When Alice agrees to house sit for a friend, her quiet night alone is interrupted by a visit from a strange man. One murder snowballs into an unstoppable massacre. In this stomach-churning and erotic tale.
What?
Huh, wait, what?
Um,
How can you be erotic and stomach churning? Is it like vomiting while jacking off?
I'm ew. I'm gonna.
I don't know
Just
if
for
I'd
that
be
brief
able,
moment, she imagined it.
I don't know if I'd be able to like handle all that coordination. Cash a predator.
What?
Oh, gross.
What?
No.
What? What?
A geocaching mystery.
I like how the last name is so long they had to actually just go with the initial of their first name.
Well, that's the way the person wants to be known as.
It's a father's worst nightmare. After losing custody of his 5-year-old daughter, Officer Brett Reed watches helplessly as young Quinn is found abandoned on the streets. Brett is determined to keep her safe, but a cunning psychopath may unravel his plans. What? That kind of doesn't make sense.
I'm sorry, I stopped listening after the terrible pun.
Well, yeah. Bored yesterday. In this engrossing post-apocalyptic thriller, a disastrous scientific experiment strands the world's entire population in the past. Can James find a way to undo the unraveling of time before humanity becomes extinct forever?
That's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, but I'm very confused. If you banish everyone to the past, where humanity existed and survived, you should be fine.
Because they got sent back into their old bodies.
Oh.
With the fate of humanity on the line, James must join a hastily assembled group of scientists, a reincarnated murder victim, and a genius trapped in her 6-year-old body to reconcile the earlier mistake of their future counterparts.
Oh,
So it's
that's kind
basically,
of cool.
yeah, they get sent back in time, but literally sent back in time. Like, their consciousnesses are sent back however many years into the past, literally into the bodies that they had then.
Okay, and then that would make sense why that's a problem in the future because that means all of their bodies just dropped.
Not only that, even if they were to stay this way, the shit's still going down in the
Well,
future.
right. That's what I mean. Like, okay, at the point that the experiment did the thing and everyone's consciousness left, if you just kind of get stuck in a loop because then,
Right.
okay, you all go back to your old bodies, but once you reach such and such age where the thing happened, you are not consciousness because you go back into your old body.
Yeah, the team struggles to prevent global extinction and along the way, well, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
I shall be near to you. Disguised as a man, I'm sensing a theme.
Oh boy.
Rosetta Wakefield follows her husband into the line of fire as a Union soldier. Well, that's pretty cool. I like that. Judging by the cover, I thought it was going to be like a, I'm waiting at home for you to get back from the Civil War.
Right,
But
yeah.
I'm like, okay, nope, she's going.
She's like, fuck all these rules, I'm going. I got places to be. Mostly the war.
Right, get to the part where she's subverting the patriarchy, thanks.
Those are my fave.
The selection.
Ooh. It was a good one.
I want to wear that dress.
I was gonna say, but that's a crazy dress.
Apparently, I'm not allowed to wear that dress.
Dante is not into it. That's alright, Dante. I don't really like it either. The tiered skirt thing is not doing it for me.
It's a little too fluffy.
America Singer is chosen as a candidate to compete for the hand of Prince Maxon, but can she survive in a world of riches
Oh wait,
and
her
intrigue?
name is that?
Her name is America Singer.
Nope.
Orbis.
I like that we just didn't finish that. We're like, yeah, no, we're done.
3 vessels set sail for a desolate land carrying a captain, a king, and a man who has turned into a monster.
I'm okay with this. What's going on?
When the ships meet, blood will be
Wait a
shed.
second. That's the guy with the other unexplainable giant bug on the cover.
Is it?
Yes.
Anyway,
Yep,
sorry.
'cause
Carry
it's
on.
always huge, and we're always like, what is name of book? When the ships meet, blood will be shed, and the secrets behind humanity's greatest plague will be uncovered.
So nothing about giant bugs. Again.
No, but a man who has turned into a monster, so I assume it's that.
He's obviously the giant bug, right?
Yeah. But I'm like, why is that sailing on a ship?
That bug? Yeah, it's got to be a pretty big ship. Also, I didn't know that bugs liked sailing. But I haven't spoken to one recently, so
Well, unless he was a guy when he got on the ship and turned while he was on the ship.
I kind of wanted him to be like a were space wolf or something.
Space wolf.
But
Space wolf.
yes.
I want to be a space wolf.
But I'm okay with a giant bug too.
Space wolf.
Nothing about this implies outer space.
The giant bug does. Also, it's called Orbis. We just don't keep giant bugs on the Earth, Kenya.
Great start.
First, giant bugs don't like sailing. Next, giant bugs only live in outer space. I guess maybe you do know everything about giant bugs.
Like I said, I haven't talked to one recently.
Stop making assumptions about a culture you know nothing about.
Well, maybe I do know stuff about it. I happen to have a giant bug. Thank you very much.
This is indeed a fact.
Some of my best friends are giant bugs.
Yeah, all of my friends are giant bugs. All of them.
What number of book is this?
I'm not even drunk enough. This is 23.
Out of 70. We're good. We're on a roll.
No, we're doing great. This is great. This is a great episode. This is the best episode.
Whiskey Sour. Addison Holmes is a sexy FBI agent set
Of
out to
course she
solve the
is.
case of a murdered courier and some missing gems, because of course you can't solve mysteries unless your last name is Holmes. Auntie Mame. Meet Auntie Mame, the vivacious and dynamic flapper who takes in her orphaned nephew and introduces him to a world of adventure.
That sounds kind of hilarious, actually. Like, that could be awful, but that could be great at the exact same time.
That's me IRL, I am sure. Like, I'm like, hey, I'm a flapper and we're just gonna learn adventures and stuff, okay?
Hey, I'm a flapper.
And the kids are like,
Hey, I'm a flapper. She just like greets people that way. Like, hey, this is a flapper, and we're gonna have some great adventures.
At least I'm not an androgynous group therapist named Flairald, or a server named Smalley. Anymore.
Or a giant bug specialist.
Or people who, look at quilts. That's fine.
Yeah, or quilt inspector. I'm still angry about that, guys.
A to Z of Horror, complete collection.
Is that a
Didn't they turn
tentacle?
this into a not very good movie?
A tentacle under the bed?
I thought that's where you kept them. Also, I keep my tentacle beasts in the closet, thank you very much. Jake lives under the bed.
Jake lives
There's
under the
no
bed.
He does
my
live under
bed.
the bed, ask him.
I thought he was supposed to be at the bakery.
He works at the Jakery. He lives under my bed.
You mean they let him out of the Jakery?
Yes.
Anyway, from Antichrist to Zion, these 26 terrifying and original tales
You
will
just
play
know.
on all of your darkest
I'm
fears.
sure they will.
One for each letter of the alphabet. Thanks. Didn't understand. Get ready for nightmares that will chill and thrill you. All I want to say is I'm pleased that the Z was not the obvious zombies.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. I'm actually kind of getting sick of that genre, TBH.
Yeah. Forgive me, Leonard Peacock.
What did Leonard Peacock do?
On his 18th birthday, Leonard Peacock plans to deliver 4 gifts before carrying out an irreversible act of violence. Oh, shit.
Oh, good Lord Almighty, okay.
But will someone recognize Leonard's pain and change his fate forever? Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Franklin Flyer. In the time between the Great Depression and World War II, a daring inventor, another theme, makes
Huh.
his mark on the world. His
Whoops.
quest brings him both adventure and heartbreak. Oh, but what did he invent? What was the thing?
Obviously nothing we needed to know.
Unless the Franklin Flyer is the thing.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, I almost said the author's name. This one's actually called Beyond Recall.
Oh,
I wouldn't have known that.
exactly. How'd you know?
While investigating his childhood friend's suicide, Chris discovers a path of murder, blackmail, and greed, leading to his family's darkest secrets.
Okay.
Oh, third theme of the day is that beige hat.
That fucking hat.
Set in the crime-riddled Prohibition era, this engrossing novel chronicles one man's ascent from common criminal to bootlegger mastermind.
They had those?
Yeah, that was the point of the Prohibition era.
No, I
like-
mean they had masterminds.
Well, I'm sure somebody has to coordinate all that shit. They didn't have the internet and stuff, so it
Oh
was
shit,
probably
that's right.
really complicated. Even cops could kind of get away with some illegal shit, so everything was all wiretappy all over the place.
Right.
Yeah, all the gangster shit. The long and far away gone. One summer, a deadly shooting and a teenager's disappearance. Disappearance.
Disappearance.
Disappearance.
Rock, Oklahoma City. Decades later, a survivor of the massacre and the missing girl's sister will stop at nothing for answers. The Pygmy Dragon.
That looks not like any of those words.
But that's a neat cover.
After escaping from a zoo, Pip enrolls in a school that trains humans to ride dragons. But can she save her new home from the deadly dragon assassins?
Wait, escaped from a what?
A zoo.
What, who had
What
people
manner of
zoos?
creature is Pip? I don't know.
Yes, what manner? Well, no, because it teaches humans how to ride dragons.
Yep.
So, was it a zoo where humans were kept? Like, did something else have a human zoo?
I'm assuming yes, because otherwise none of that would make sense.
Okay. All right.
Pip has lip liner for days. The critical element. When the FBI shows up to investigate a meteor strike in rural Minnesota, why?
Wait, Minnesota's a place?
Yeah.
So why is the FBI like, holy shit, something fell from the sky? Meteors don't happen all the time. Retired military operative James Becker knows something isn't what it seems. But after the mysterious rock goes missing and a local farmer's cows fall ill, I don't even want to finish reading
Okay,
this.
skip.
Demon Souled box set. Like, Demon Souled as in, like, past tense. It's got an ED on there.
Oh, as in,
As in blue-eyed and demon souled.
yes.
When Mazael returns to the grim marches after being banished for 15 years, he's greeted with chaos, living corpses, threatening demons, and a menacing snake cult. but Mazael's most dangerous enemy could be his own soul.
Himself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Black Cat Crossing.
Oh God, it's getting cozy up in here.
When aspiring mystery writer, oh, this is meta AF, Sabrina sets out to solve her cousin's murder, a stray cat named Hitchcock might be her best hope to catch the killer.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Oh, that's beautiful. Too meta for you.
Yeah, no. I'm like, oh, so she wants to write mysteries, but she's in a mystery book. Ugh.
With someone named Hitchcock who just happens to be a cat, and I bet it solves
A
mysteries.
black
It
cat,
happens
right?
to be, oh, it's a bad luck cat mystery. The Well of Tears.
Not to be confused with the Trail of Tears.
No, this is what I'm going to start calling my apartment.
The Well of Tears.
Arwen is one of the last living sorceresses in medieval Wales. Can she stop a demonic army from plunging her homeland into darkness?
Nope.
I vote on no.
because it's Wales.
Yeah, like who gives a shit?
That when you don't hear anything about Wales anymore, and that's exactly why. Demons everywhere.
Right? I appreciate when you laugh at your own jokes.
Somebody has to.
Whoa, this cover's weird.
Venus Underground, and hey, it's Jeff Vandermeer.
I do like Jeff Vandermeer.
That's your buddy. Is that Edward Scissorhands again?
No.
not
If
enough
it's
belts.
anything, it's Edward's saw blade hair.
It's not enough belts.
It's the anime version of Edward Scissorhands.
Yes.
In the city of Venus, I don't know if it's Venus or Venice because it's spelled wrong either way. Living artists, capital L, capital A, manufacture servant-like creatures while the vast underworld buzzes with secrets. Nicholas, Nicola, and Shadrach venture into the
Meshach and Abednego, and the other one's not there?
Shadrach.
Meshach and Abednego.
Shadrach is the only one who survived.
Shadrach.
Finding wonders and horrors beyond
Poor
their
Shaq.
imagination.
Shadrach.
Shadrach, my ultimate nemesis.
I mean, I'm naming something
I want to
Shadrach.
know what happened to the other two.
Well, they became Nicholas and Nicola
Oh.
because their names were too hard.
Shadrach. So this next book, I glanced down and immediately thought it was Sailor Moon. Anyway, it is definitely not Sailor Moon. It is definitely like a 70s/80s fantasy
Well,
novel.
it's another L. Ron Hubbard,
Sci-fi.
first of all.
My bad, sci-fi.
It's tagged as fantasy, but they're basically
Fantasy
Slaves
sci-fi.
of Sleep and the Masters of Sleep. I feel like you could have made that more concise, but what do I know?
Obviously nothing.
Cursed with eternal wakefulness, Jan Palmer must overcome a never-ending nightmare.
That's worse than a never-ending story.
How are you having a nightmare if you're always awake? The dragon business. With
The
a
latter.
son who has no interest in battle or business, King Cullen is on a mission to convince young Maurice that getting into trouble can be fun. Join the king in reminiscing about the wily days as a con artist when he'd charge kingdoms a hefty fee to slay non-existent dragons.
That sounds hilarious.
That really does. That sounds really funny. I like this.
Yeah,
It's $2. What the fuck?
that's money.
But whatever. There have already been so many books that I'm like, it's money. Screw it.
Right. I'm gonna read the fuck out of this.
Hitchers. I like the look of
The
this.
Hugo Award-winning author of Soft Apocalypse. That one sounds familiar, though.
Hey, we had Soft Apocalypse.
Yeah, because I remember asking what the difference between it and a hard apocalypse
Right,
was.
yeah, because it wasn't hardcore. There wasn't enough apocalypse nipple.
Yes.
That's where that came from. When Finn becomes possessed by his abusive grandfather's
Holy
spirit,
Jesus Christ.
What?
he discovers an epidemic of hitchers, dead people fighting to re-enter the world of the living. Can he send them back where they belong? That sounds
That
fucking crazy.
escalated quickly.
I'm not okay with that. That's kind of scary.
That is kind of
That's, like,
scary.
kinda really
that,
scary.
That seriously sounds insane. Okay, fine. I guess I'm spending all my money. The Red Hot Fix. 7 men have mysteriously died in Seattle motels. I feel like more than 7.
Right.
Detective Mort Grant is charged with finding the killer, unaware he's being lured into a trap.
Eh.
Red Rain. In this tense Hawaii set procedural, Detective Lee Teixeira, I feel like we've had that name before, tackles a cold case homicide, all while her military husband is deployed overseas.
Yeah. What does that have to do with her husband, though?
Right? I'm like, oh no, she has to do stuff while he's doing stuff?
Gasp.
Life After War books 1 through 3. Oh, this is free. In the aftermath of a nuclear apocalypse, 7 survivors must journey through the decaying country for the chance to save America.
Oh, that's it?
Yes.
Okay.
Looking for the cover of this was very strange because it was there, but like it was in amongst these completely like pictures that I really didn't need in my life. Like racism pictures from minstrel shows and like colored water fountains and stuff. And then there was also some like actual war photos of like massacres, and then also some crime scene photos from the Charles Manson murders. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the hell's going on there?
A wicked way to burn.
Looks like it's probably cozy.
But it looks like a historical cozy.
Historical cozies.
A flash of
I want you to
brimstone
write me a
sparks
theme
a
song.
devilish mystery in a New England village.
Massachusetts, 1763. When a visiting merchant mysteriously combusts, the peaceful village of Bracebridge hums with talk of witchcraft. Meanwhile, Charlotte and amateur scientist Richard forego superstition to find out the truth, and with 2 recent murders, they'll have to act fast.
When is this based?
Massachusetts, 1763.
Okay. Did they say there was a lady scientist?
No, Charlotte and the amateur scientist is
and the
Richard.
amateur. Okay. All right. I
Because
misunderstood.
I was like, this isn't a cozy because there's a dude in it, so
Right.
it's a historical mystery.
But practically a cozy.
Though I feel like of all of the people, those are actually probably the 2 most qualified people to be solving the mystery,
Yeah.
since everybody else is like witchcraft, and they're like,
Well,
but
right. They're like, but probably not.
Windwood Farm is free. For nearly a century, a horrific secret has been buried at Windwood Farm. Can artist Taryn unearth the truth and escape with her sanity and her life?
But why? Like, why does she need to?
Well, because she's an artist. I say as if that explains everything.
It really doesn't.
I know. Do not condescend to know the inner workings of an artist. Anyway,
You say as I'm sketching in Photoshop.
I say as if we haven't all literally gone to school for art.
Right? Right.
The Cactus Club killings. That cactus is bleeding ketchup.
It's bleeding ketchup.
Yeah,
It's hot sauce. It's hot sauce.
from a yes, all cactuses bleed hot sauce clearly, and from a 2-dimensional knife.
Oh boy, oh god, those are the scariest kinds of knives.
Well, I mean, technically they'd be really like way sharp. Like those would be the sharpest knives. Joe likes plants more than people, which is why the Culver City Cactus Club, that's a lot of C's, is so perfect for him. Oh my god, a cozy with a man!
What?
But when a killer strikes, Joe must find out who has it out for a bunch of flora enthusiasts. An entertaining botanical mystery.
What?
Where did this come from? What is happening?
That's the cozies don't have men in them.
You can hate people all you want, but I'm like, I can't. I've never had a conversation with a plant where the plant has told me anything very interesting.
Maybe that's why he likes them though. Also botanists.
But you can have like a friendly, gregarious botanist.
I don't know, I've never talked to a botanist.
Just like you haven't recently talked to a giant insect.
I have actually.
You said you haven't. Which is it, ma'am?
Are you a conspiracy theorist now?
Hashtag witch Katie. Russian Hill. It's free. A serial killer is collecting body parts in San Francisco. With no witnesses and no suspects, FBI agent Abby Kane follows her only lead, but to catch a monster, she'll have to join in his twisted game.
Of course she will. Why? Like, why do they always have to?
I don't know. I'm not a cop.
Okay, fine.
Apparent Wind is apparently free. This madcap crime novel follows the murderous swindling of Florida real estate brokers.
Oh. Okay then.
Sorry, never thought I'd hear that in a sentence ever.
Well, congratulations. Deadly Dossier. Oh, the Housewife Assassins.
Ooh.
Agent Jack falls head over heels for Donna, the widow of a fallen comrade. But Jack's mission gets complicated when his agency recruits the grieving woman to become their newest and deadliest assassin.
Whoa. Okay.
This is tagged as a cozy.
Doesn't even sound cozy.
I don't know what the fuck. Oh, the series prequel, so maybe it's a cozy series about the housewife assassin, and this is her origin story.
Oh, okay. Okay. Also, I feel like if you're an assassin, you're no longer a housewife.
That's true, and if you're a widow, you're also no longer a housewife.
Yeah.
The Jakarta pandemic. Iraq War vet Alex Fletcher will do anything to save his family when a lethal virus decimates the globe and reaches his idyllic Maine neighborhood. So what's he gonna do? Oh, the Perseid collapse. It's the same guy.
Oh.
But no, literally, it's like, okay, alright, he's gonna stop everyone from getting sick.
Punch the disease! Call Shadrach.
He's survived long enough, he must know something.
Fist punch it in the face.
Yes, fist punch that disease. The dirty parts of the Bible.
Oh, so
which are
all
the
of
only
them?
parts I read.
Like, the only
this
interesting parts of the Bible is what it should be called.
This is, and I love that it's open to Song of Solomon. This person knows what's up. This one is free. A genuine tale of Americana, the story of Tobias, a Baptist preacher's son, who embarks on a rollicking journey to recover a long-hidden stash of money. That sounds a lot less fun than the title implies.
Yeah.
Now I'm sad. I thought this was just going to be a collection of biblical porn.
Which would be fun.
Becoming Alpha. Tessa McCade's world is turned upside down after she kisses mysterious Dastian and is turned into a werewolf.
That's not how that
not spread
works.
through kissing. It's not spread through kissing.
Well,
Can
what if
she
it's
not-
saliva, though? Maybe it is. Maybe it's like mono, except for werewolves.
Then there would be
Werewolf
so many.
mono!
Then there would be so many more
I've
werewolves.
Okay.
Can she navigate her crush, a secret boarding school, and a menacing vampire attack? What the fuck? You're shoehorning in some vampires too? Do they reproduce by kissing
Probably.
too? Oh, our buddy Jinx Schwartz is back with Just Needs Killin'. An award-winning author delivers a nautical mystery with Texas attitude. Hedda Coffee is relaxing on her yacht when an
Wait,
invitation
Hedda
to
Coffee?
Yes.
Yes. Is relaxing on her yacht when an invitation to a lavish party throws her headfirst into a dangerous crime syndicate. Why? Like, you don't have to. Like, you show up at the party, and if people are doing illegal shit, don't participate.
Yeah.
Death by Derby.
Oh boy.
Oh, this one has bees.
I like
Look at that bee.
Bees. I like it when Katie says bees.
bees.
She
Because she
was when
says it
she
with
said
such
that one.
enthusiasm. You can hear how much she loves bees whenever she says the name of bees.
I do love bees.
She goes, bees! And I love it every single time.
Josiah, oh no. When a self-made Kentucky businessman turns up dead, Josiah hunts for answers in a land of charming antebellum mansions, million-dollar horses, and diabolical secrets. I don't get the bees. What are the bees about? The Advocate's Ex Part. When a judge is killed and a psychologist's life is threatened, attorney Sabre Brown realizes that someone is targeting the people she works with.
Oh.
And if she and Private Eye JP can't find the culprit, Sabre could be next.
Oh, that sounds unfortunate for her.
That is free. Also, hilariously, when I looked up the photo for this one, there's this cover, and then there's exactly this cover, except there is, like, ridiculous blood splashing out from the gavel for no reason.
I love gratuitous blood. Like
there was
absolutely unnecessary.
it was
amount of blood.
unmotivated. Yeah, it was just squirting out from, and I'm like, where is this coming from? Die easy. So it's like the opposite of Die Hard.
That's yeah. I was like, so you just kind of give up?
When a deadly hostage situation erupts, elite bodyguard Charlie Fox finds herself facing a nightmare from her past. Alright, that sounds really lame.
A little bit, yeah.
I wanna call this Belial series, but I feel like that's wrong.
Belial. It's pronounced Belial.
Fine.
Just letting you know, okay? I know my demons / fallen angels.
Oh. This pronunciation thing wants me to say Belial.
Gross. No, I don't like that one.
I'm like, so we were both wrong, but so is the actual way to pronounce it.
Yeah. That's one of those ones that's like Basilbub/Beelzebub. There's several different ways to pronounce it. I
I
always,
pronounce it like Freddie Mercury.
I,
So be yells above.
yes, yeah. There are several different ways to pronounce it. I like Belial because it makes me think of lying, which is what Belial's
Oh.
thing is.
Yeah.
He's the Lord of Lies.
I think I just heard it said Belial before, so I was just like, okay. Delaney McPherson roams the world in search of archaeological treasures and artifacts, but her pursuits lead her into dangerous territory in these 3 riveting novels.
That, I always get very, very, very disappointed when, like, there's demonic or angelic references and the books sound boring as balls. There was another book that I had started to read that was called Leviathan that I was very excited about the fact that it
Yeah.
was called Leviathan, and it was boring as shit.
Was it by Thomas Hobbes?
I don't even know. I didn't
'Cause
even
I'm like,
finish
well,
it, so.
that one is about economics, and he's using it metaphorically.
Yeah. No, those are literally the worst, and I hate everybody that does it.
You hate everybody.
I hate everybody all the time, but still. I make special cases for people that do that.
There's a special place in hatred
There's a special place in Katie Hell
people-
for people that do this shit.
for people who name drop angels and demons.
And don't actually have them in the books.
The Moviegoer. This one sounds familiar. Maybe I've seen this around. One fateful Mardi Gras sends New Orleans stockbroker Binks on a journey to find his true purpose.
Raison
Okay.
d'etre. Oh, is that it?
Yep.
There's a... That's upsetting.
The Dead Man, V1. I assume that means volume, but it just says V.
Probably?
Matthew Cahill is killed in an avalanche, but that's just the beginning. When he comes into a morgue, it's clear that evil has a terrible plan for him, and the only way he can be free is if he survives a dangerous asylum.
Oh,
What-
that
what the fuck? Why
wasn't
does he
going
care?
anywhere where I was expecting it.
He's dead. Why does he give a shit? How can he survive if he's dead? I don't...
Wait,
I
did
don't
he
understand.
survive?
It says the only way he can be free is if he survives a dangerous asylum. Spooky asylum, I get it, it's a thing. But
Okay.
he died. So he
Yeah,
can't
that
survive.
is concerning.
The asylum doesn't matter, he can just stand there. He's dead.
Well, maybe they meant survive as in, like, go someplace that doesn't suck nearly as bad.
I guess.
Because that sounds like it sucks pretty hardcore.
Yeah. But like, I'm just assuming that he gets all the rights and privileges of ghost powers, so
Ghost
he can just
powers.
peace out.
Yeah. Agreed.
A Cry of Honor is free, and we've had a couple other of these, so this is another one in that series. After returning from a grueling quest, Thor faces devious plots,
remember
fearsome
Thor.
monsters, and a million-man army that threatens his homeland with destruction, which is, I feel like, the same as the other 2 that we've had.
Yeah, you're probably right.
There's a castle in the front, Thor faces some shit.
Yeah.
Another free one, Colony of the Lost. One by one, the children of Glenwood are disappearing.
Oh, that's
Brought
upsetting.
together by a mysterious phantom, Jay, Tim, and Sarah learn their home holds a dark secret. Can they defeat the ancient evil plaguing their small town?
Well, here's hoping. Godspeed to you, kids.
Every small town has an ancient evil. It's called being a small town.
Pretty much, yeah. Kenya would know. She's from one of those.
I don't even know if you can rightfully call it a town. Like, calling it a town is, like, giving it way too much credit. I think it's literally a village. Well, it is. Like, it's officially a village. Mr. Twilight, which
Oh,
is
boy.
what I assume is the name of a vampire.
I hope so.
When a horror fan makes a terrifying find in a Manhattan bookstore, an unlikely team of investigators races to fix a gaping hole in reality.
Oh, that got interesting real fast.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. They call me Mr. Twilight. Like that.
They call me Mr. Pig.
That's my mom's.
I was thinking Mr.
Favorite-
Brightside, but that's even better.
That's my mom's favorite line from The Lion King, and she will always repeat it, and then I always shake my head because I'm like, okay, because she never says it right either. It's always said wrong.
Well, that's how moms remember things, Sarah.
Wrongly. Oh, it's the last one.
Yay!
The Deception of the Thrush.
Deception of the what?
Thrush.
Thrush.
Oh, thrush. I thought you said fruff, and I was like, that's not a word.
Props.
Thrush is a type of bird, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm like, it's also a disease, so I'm like, question mark, question mark. Oh, right, it is bird. Heading into college in the 1960s, Jason Follett has a secret he keeps from everyone. He's gay.
Aw.
But as he finds his voice while fighting against injustice, he'll also gain the strength to embrace his true self and sit on the grass in his underwear.
I was wondering about that. Does that signify his gayness? Like, why is...
Yeah. I can't imagine a straight person would enjoy sitting outside in their underwear.
Fair.
If you see any straight people, ask them.
I will. Next time I find one. They're so hard to find.
There's not very many.
There's really not very many at all.
Anyway, that was a whole lot of books. In not a lot of time. I'm pleased with us.
Yeah, good job, us, especially because we talked about nonsense for a while there.
Me and Shadrach over here are really... Yay!
I'm glad you will never get old of that. Or never get tired of that.
I will never get old. I am Peter Pan. You can
That
tell by my
explains a
sprightly
lot.
physique.
No. Alright. I'm
I'm done. Good night.
done.
Good night.
Later, assholes.
Bye.